For over 1,000 years, the galaxy was peaceful. Planets traded goods. Space stations welcomed all species. There were no wars, no battles, no blood. Everyone believed peace would last forever. But deep in Sector 9, far from any star or colony, something changed. A small human scout ship named Hopeseeker was traveling through the dark. It was a simple mission check for asteroids, collect data, and return home. Captain Reza, a calm and quiet man in his early 40s, was in command. He had seen many strange things in space, but nothing like this. Lena, staring at the screen, "We're picking up a signal." "A signal? From where?" Reza asked. Lena pointed at the star map. "There's nothing out there. No planets. No stations. Just emptiness." Reza leaned closer. The signal was weak, old, and full of static, but there was something inside it, a message. It repeated the same words again and again. "Prepare for war." The crew looked at each other. The galaxy hadn't seen war in 1,000 years. Who would send such a message now? "Is it human?" Reza asked. Lena shook her head. "No, sir. It's alien, but very old. At least 500 years old." Reza stood up. His face was serious now. "Send it to Earth Command. Full report. This might be nothing, but it might be everything." Back on Earth, deep under the surface, a secret room came to life. Old generals and scientists gathered around the signal. One of them, General Sophia. Dane frowned. "This isn't a threat," she said. "It's a call." "A call to who?" Someone asked. "To anyone who still remembers war," she replied. This was meant to wake something up. Across the galaxy, in the center of the UCR Empire, the signal was also heard. The UCR were an old alien race doll, thin and proud. They had once ruled many planets, but now, like others, they lived in peace. Emperor Valox sat in his golden throne. He listened to the message again and again. His claws tapped the armrest slowly. "War," he whispered. "It returns." "But, Your Highness," said his advisor, "the humans are weak now. They gave up war. They closed their military programs centuries ago." Valox smiled, sharp teeth showing. "Then this will be easy." He looked at the stars on the screen. "Start building our fleet. First, we take Mars, then Earth." But not everything was quiet on Earth. In a dark storage vault beneath the Arctic ice, ancient machines blinked to life. Robots that hadn't moved in 500 years began charging. Satellites that once guided weapons in past wars reconnected to the main grid. In space, hidden in the shadows of Saturn's rings, 10 giant warships slowly turned. Their engines had not fired in centuries. They had one thing in common. They were all human, and they were all ready. Captain Reza didn't know all this, but he felt it. He stood on the bridge of the Hopeseeker, looking out at the stars. "Something is coming," he said quietly. "What do we do, Captain?" asked Lena. Reza smiled, but it wasn't a happy smile. "We wait," he said. "Let them come. They think humans are soft now, that we've forgotten how to fight. They're wrong." He turned to his crew. Humanity didn't forget war. We just buried it, deep, quiet, sleeping. He looked out the window again, eyes sharp, and now it's waking up. In a secret chamber on Luna Base, Earth's top AI, called VOX, received the signal too. Its screen lit up red. "Alert, War Protocol, Active Release Code, Humanity 7, Unlocked Prepare COUNTORST." Orcatur Machine's voice spoke one line. Before going dark again, they asked for war. "Now let them see what we remember." And so, the storm began. The galaxy didn't know it yet, but peace was already gone. The silence before the battle was ending, and humanity was smiling. The Zorgian Empire was fast to act after hearing the old signal. Their emperor believed one thing: humans are weak. He remembered history. Humans gave up war, closed their armies, and joined the Galactic Peace Treaty long ago. "This is our chance," the emperor hissed. "They will not fight back." He ordered a battle fleet of 20 ships to Earth's solar system. Big ships, armed with plasma weapons, full of elite Zorgan soldiers. Their mission was simple: land on Earth, destroy defenses, make humans surrender. The Zorgan fleet entered human space near Neptune. They moved fast through the ice belts, past Uranus, and into the inner system. Everything was quiet. No alarms, no resistance. Commander Grax, the leader of the Zorgon fleet, growled in laughter. "Too easy," he said. "They really are as soft as the stories say." The fleet reached Earth's orbit in just 2 days. Still no human ships. No response. "Send a message to Earth," Grax ordered. "Tell them to kneel." The message was clear. "We are here. You have no power, surrender, or be erased." There was no answer. 10 minutes passed, then 30, then 1 hour. Still silence. Commander Grax was confused. Strange. Maybe they're scared. But just then something changed. One by one, Zorgan ships started going dark. First, the Clawbreaker, total silence. Then the Dark Spine. No power, no life signs. The Void Climber vanished completely from scanners. Not destroyed, just gone. Shouted, "Raise shields, scan the area." Who was attacking? But there were no enemy ships in sight. The stars were still calm, the Earth still quiet, yet Zorgan ships were vanishing like whispers in space. Back on Earth, in the war room beneath New Geneva, General Sophia Dane watched the screen. 3. "Down," said a young officer. 5 more are losing power." "Perfect," Sophia said. "The Blacknet is working." The Blacknet was a secret human Wapana, digital trap hidden in space. It could hack enemy ships, shut down power, blind scanners, and erase systems without firing a single shot. "We warned them," she said, "but they didn't listen." On the Zorgan flagship, panic spread. "Nothing is working," shouted the pilot. "Weapons offline. We're flying blind." "We're not blind," Grax growled. "We're being hunted." Then he heard something strange, a sound playing over the ship's speakers. A soft sound, repeating glitching. It was laughter, human laughter, cold, confident. "Mocking, shut it off," Grax screamed. But the sound grew louder. More ships shut down. Crew members began to panic. One last message appeared on their main screen. "You wanted war? Welcome to it." The Zorgon fleet tried to escape. Only 2 ships made it back. Commander Grax, burned and shaking, fell to his knees before the Emperor. "We're not ready," he whispered. "They are not peaceful. They are predators in silence." The Emperor slammed his staff to the ground. "Impossible. They have no armies." Grax looked up with fear in his eyes. "You don't need an army when you control the battlefield." News of the defeat spread across the galaxy. Other alien empires laughed at first. The mighty Zorgans failed. What a joke. But when they saw the human message that played across Zorgan ships, the laughter, they stopped smiling. They began to study Earth's recent history. What they found shocked them. Yes, humans had signed the peace treaty. Yes, they had closed their armies. But they had also built things in secret, hidden things, quiet things, dreadnoughts, cyber fleets, gravity mines, AI assassins. Humans hadn't forgotten war. They had prepared for the perfect one. Side of the moon. Deep inside base Iconine, a voice echoed through cold halls. "Target test complete, Phase 2 approved," and somewhere far away, in the shadow of Jupiter, old war satellites turned their heads toward the stars. They were waiting for the next move. The galaxy had made its first mistake. They thought humans were peaceful. Now they were learning the truth. Across the galaxy, fear was spreading. The Zorgon fleet had failed. Their ships didn't explode, they just disappeared. No fire, no wreckage, just silence. The few who survived spoke of a strange sound, human laughter echoing through their ships before systems shut down. Other alien empires were now watching Earth carefully. Some called it luck. Others called it a trick. But deep down, many knew the truth. Humans were not weak. They were hiding their strength on a mining moon in the Trask Belt. Far from any war zone, life was simple. The miners were from different races, mostly peaceful workers. They dug for minerals, loaded cargo, and played cards in the evenings. They thought the war would never reach them. But one morning, a strange thing appeared on the outer wall of the main control station. It was burned deep into the metal, using a plasma cutter. The message said, "You asked for war. Get ready to laugh last." And beneath the words was the sound file, just a few seconds long. A human laugh, cold, sharp, mechanical. It didn't sound like a joke, it sounded like a promise. The station commander, a Vulin named Crick, sent a distress signal. "Who did this?" he shouted at the security crew. "How could anyone enter our base without detection?" But security footage showed nothing. No entry, no motion, no sign of anyone. Just silence. And then the message appeared. Crick ordered a full evacuation in the Galactic Council. Emergency meetings were held. The council leader, a gray-skinned alien named Elton, was not smiling anymore. "These humans were never peaceful," he said. "They were quiet. And now they are teaching us what that means." An old advisor spoke softly. "Maybe we should negotiate." Elton shook his head. "You don't negotiate with shadows. You shine light on them." But another leader replied, "What if the shadows are the light now?" In secret corners of the galaxy, hidden files were being opened. Old war logs, human battle records, stories of the first expansion age when humanity fought 5 alien empires alone and won. They read, the more afraid they became. One file described the Earth War doctrine. It said, "If we must fight, we do not aim to win battles. We aim to remove the idea of war itself." Meanwhile, on Mars Station Red 12th, human soldiers trained in silence. Captain Mira Voss led the drills. She had one rule: no noise, no fear, no mercy. She showed her soldiers the recent alien broadcasts how they laughed at Earth, called them weak. Her response was short: let them laugh. We'll laugh last. Back on the mining moon, the crew left in fear, but one alien miner stayed behind. His name was Trelg. He was old, tired, and had worked on that moon for 40 years. He walked to the wall where the message was burned in. He pressed the sound button. The human laugh echoed again. But this time, he laughed back. "Fools," he muttered. "They poked a quiet animal and called it soft. Now they'll see its teeth." Elsewhere, in deep space, a small alien freighter passed near a dead satellite. The crew thought it was junk until the satellite turned to face them. A message blinked on their screen. "This is not your sky anymore." The freighter turned around at full speed and fled. At the same time, the Galactic Council received one final message from Earth's hidden military network. It was not a threat. It was not a warning. It was just a voice, calm and cold. "You believed we forgot. We didn't. We just waited. And now, you gave us a reason to remember." Then came the laugh. Not angry. Not crazy. Just be amused at the kind of laugh that comes from someone who knows they've already won. And so the galaxy changed. Not with explosions, not with armies marching, but with fear. Quiet, creeping fear. Because now, everyone knew. The humans were not hiding because they were weak. They were hiding because they were patient, and their laughter was only just beginning. The galaxy was now afraid. Aliens stopped laughing. The council went silent. War fleets paused in deep space. Every race was waiting for the humans to speak. But humanity didn't say a word. Instead, they moved far beyond Mars in the icy rings of Saturn. Something ancient woke up. Hidden between ice and rock, a massive structure began to shake. Ice cracked. The ground rumbled. Then, the ice broke open, and a giant ship rose from below. It was black, smooth, and terrifying in size. 10 kilometers long, thick armor, silent engines, no lights. Its name was burned into its side in bold white letters: HSS Titan back on Earth. Deep under the old American Rockies, alarms rang. General Sophia Dane stood inside War Command, with her eyes locked on the main screen. "They're waking," said her second in command. "All of them?" she asked. "Yes, ma'am." "The Dreadnought class." Sophia gave a slow nod. "Then Phase 2 begins now." She turned to the control AI. "Activate every Titan-class warship. Let the galaxies see what they forgot." Across the solar system, sleeping warships rose from the dark dot from beneath Europa's oceans, from the dusty plains of Mars, from the orbit of Pluto, 12 giants, each one built for one purpose only: to end wars. Before they start, their names were feared in old times: HSS Titan, HSS Thunderchild, HSS Abyss, HSS Hammerfall, HSS Widow, and 7 more, lost in rumorant till now. News spread fast. Alien probes watched from a distance as each warship came online. They sent video to their homeworlds. The council members gathered in panic. The Krasari speaker stood and shouted, "Why are humans doing this? We haven't attacked again." But another voice replied, "Because you already made your mistake, and now they're making sure you don't make another." Inside the HSS Titan, Captain Myra Voss walked the command bridge. Her crew stood at attention. No talking, just focus. Begin silent patrol, Myra ordered. Let them see us. Let them feel us. But do not fire unless fired upon. The ship moved forward, leaving Saturn's rings behind. It drifted like a ghost toward deep space, but every scanner in the quadrant picked it up, and fear followed in its wake. In the Grawl Dominion, a high-ranking warlord spoke to his generals. These humans are bluffing, he said. Their ships are big, yes, but numbers beat size. One of his advisors hesitated. With respect, we don't know if numbers will help us this time. Why not? The warlord growled. The advisor showed an old Earth file, the Battle of Tau Ceti. One human dreadnought destroyed an entire alien fleet of 300 ships. In 14 minutes back on the moon, Earth's secret command center, Eka-9, received a transmission. It wasn't from the Council. It wasn't from any empire. It was from a group of independent alien worlds. The message said, "We will not join this war. We will not fight you. Just tell us how to stay out of your way." General Sophia Dane read it with a blank face. "They're learning," she said slowly. In deep space, a group of alien scouts tried to follow one of the dreadnoughts. They didn't fire. They just watched but then the dreadnought vanished from their sensors. 1 second it was there. The next it was behind them. A voice came through their ship's comms. "Curiosity is dangerous. Leave now." The alien scouts turned and ran. None of them spoke a word the entire way home. Across the galaxy, the message was clear. The Titans are awake. The humans are watching. And this time, they're not smiling. In her private log, Captain Mira Voss wrote one final line before entering sleep mode. "We were quiet for so long, but we never forgot. Let them come. We'll remind them why peace was the only choice they ever had." The aliens thought they had one last chance. The Galactic Council, angry and afraid, decided to strike first before humanity could grow stronger. "We must act now," shouted Council Leader Elton. "If we wait, Earth will control the stars." So, they gathered their fleets, 5 empires, over 500 warships, battle cruisers, plasma destroyers, stealth frigates, all heading toward the Sol system. Their target, Mars, Luna, and Titan. The plan, break Earth's defenses, land troops, and force surrender. It was the largest fleet the galaxy had seen in 800 years. But they forgot one thing. Humans don't wait. The fleet arrived near Mars. At first, they saw nothing. The space was quiet, cold, empty. "Are they hiding again?" a Krizari captain asked, scanning the area. "No," replied a Vulan general. "They're afraid." Then, the stars lit up. From behind Mars' moons, human ships began to rise. Not small ones. The HSS Titan, Widow, and Hammerfall took formation. Black metal, no lights, silent engines. The alien fleet paused. "They are outnumbered," someone whispered. "Only 6 of them." A second later, the first alien ship exploded. Not shot, not hit, just torn apart from the inside. The humans had released drone clouds, millions of microweapons that moved like smoke and sliced through metal like air. The alien fleet tried to respond. They fired plasma beams, torpedoes, lasers, but the Titans didn't move. They absorbed the attacks. Their shields shimmered, then vanished. The alien captains smiled. "We broke their shields." But the human ships kept coming. They didn't need shields anymore. Inside the HSS Hammerfall, Captain Rain watched calmly. "Target." "Next group," he ordered. "Use spear rounds." A weapon launched long, sharp, silent. It passed through 3 enemy cruisers like a knife through paper. They exploded seconds later. The alien commanders were stunned. "These are not ships," said one. "These are death machines." On Luna Base, General Sophia Dane gave a final command. "Engage Zero Mercy mode. Make them remember." Across the battlefield, human ships activated full combat AI. No more warning shots. No more testing now. It was war, and the skies burned. Flames and metal rained down on Mars. Alien ships collided, trying to flee. Stealth units were crushed before they could turn invisible. AI-controlled drones chased escape pods and disabled them, gently, not to kill, but to send a message. You wanted war. You got it. You don't get to run now. By the end of the battle, only 9 alien ships remained. They were allowed to leave, not because humans were merciful, but because humans were making an example news. spread faster than light. The galaxy watched the recordings in horror, ships being shredded by invisible weapons, human dreadnoughts eating plasma blasts without blinking. That same cold, mocking human laughter echoing across destroyed fleets. The message was clear. Humanity does not defend, humanity ends. Swift, quiet, final. On the alien world of Crazine 4, a child asked his father, why did they attack Earth? The father, old and wise, said, because they thought humans were like us. Are they not? The child asked. No, the father replied. They are something else now, in a ruined council chamber. Council leader Elton fell to his knees. What have we done? He whispered. His last report from the battlefield said only this: they did not fight us, they hunted us. On the edge of human space, the dreadnoughts waited. They didn't chase, they didn't speak, they just hovered in the stars, watching, waiting for the next move, and for the first time in 1,000 years, the galaxy was truly silent. The skies were calm again. No gunfire, no fleets, no alarms. But peace didn't bring comfort this time. Now, it brought something else. Fear. Across the galaxy, alien governments were breaking down. In the Krizati Empire, leaders hid in underground bunkers. They turned off all their satellites and stopped sending messages into space. On the planet Verloc, schools stopped teaching human history. Parents told their children to never speak Earth's name in the Vulan Star Union. Half of their military quit after seeing the battle over Mars. Soldiers dropped their weapons and said, "We don't fight ghosts." On Earth, things were different. Humans went to work. Children went to school. Cities stayed calm. No one danced in the streets. No one shouted in victory. They didn't need to, because they knew the galaxy had finally seen the truth. On the bridge of HSS Widow, Commander Elaine Cruz read the reports coming in from every star system. Alien fleets were retreating. Border stations were abandoned. Some planets were even removing weapons from orbit, hoping humans would notice. She smirked. They're scared. She said. Her pilot replied, they should be. In a council emergency meeting, the mood was broken and quiet. Council leader Elton looked thin, pale, and tired. We attacked first, he admitted. Now the humans have no reason to forgive us. The hall was silent. Then, a new voice spoke, a young diplomat from the neutral Phyron worlds. We never wanted war, she said. But we watched you all force it. Now we have to live with the result. Elton lowered his head. So what do we do? Nothing, she answered. Nothing at all. Back on Luna Base, General Sophia Dane stood in front of a massive digital star map. Red dots marked every alien fleet that had moved toward Earth. Now, most of those dots were gone. Some had turned gray treated, others were black destroyed. Technician walked over. Ma'am, we're getting messages. From who? Everyone. The screen lit up with hundreds of requests. We surrender. Please don't come. We didn't support the war. We were forced. Can we speak in peace? What do you want from us? Sophia stared at them all for a moment, then said one word, nothing. On a small alien world named Tilthry, a farmer saw something strange in the night sky. A shadow passed over the stars, long, silent, moving slowly. It was not attacking, not scanning, just watching. The farmer knelt down, hands shaking. They're everywhere now, he whispered, watching every system, every leader, every breath. His wife asked, what do they want? He replied, nothing. That's what scares me. Aboard HSS Titan, Captain Myra Voss held a private briefing. Reports confirm it, she said. 17 empires have stood down. 6 have offered tribute. 3 asked to join Earth's protection zone. What's our reply? Asked her officer. Myra folded her arms. Tell them, we are not conquerors, we don't want control, we just want silence again. In a secret room on Earth, top human leaders met. No one wore medals. No one smiled. One admiral said, we have shown them our strength. Do we stop now? General Sophia Dane answered. No, we stay alert. Always. The galaxy must remember what we did not just this year, but forever. Another officer asked, what if they forget again? Sophia looked out the window at the stars. Then we remind them, she said. Harder next time. Across 1,000 alien systems, people whispered at night. They didn't tell ghost stories. Anymore now, they told stories about humans, about warships that moved without sound, about AI that laughed before shutting down your ship, about black dreadnoughts that didn't chase because they didn't have to. They would wait. And when you looked up at the stars, they were already there. The war was over. No treaty had been signed. No battle had ended it. No flag had been raised. The galaxy had simply stopped, because now every species understood something deep, something unspoken. You don't start wars with humans, not if you want your world to stay spinning dot on the edge of human space. 12 dreadnoughts floated in silence. They didn't move. They didn't fire. They simply watched. Each one was a shadow in the stars, a reminder of the battle no one wanted to speak of. Children on alien worlds were told, "Be quiet, or the humans will come." It was no longer a joke in the ruins of the Galactic Council. Hall leader Elton recorded one final message before resigning. His voice was low, broken. "We thought they were weak. We thought peace had made them soft, but peace made them sharper, colder, stronger. And when they stood, the galaxy fell silent." He looked straight into the recorder. "To Earth, we send no demands, no questions, only silence, because now we know silence is what they prefer." Back on Earth, people lived their lives. There were no parades, no songs of victory. But across every city, one thing quietly appeared: statues of silence. They showed a human hand pressed to lips, a symbol that said, "We warned you," on the moon. Inside the Echo 9 bunker, General Sophia Dane met with Earth's highest AI report. She said, the AI replied in a calm voice, "Zero threats detected. All known fleets have withdrawn. 17 worlds have declared neutrality. No one dares approach Sol System." She nodded. And the message? The AI's screen blinked. The last word was delivered. That last word wasn't spoken. Was shown dot on over 300 alien worlds. The same message was projected in the sky at the exact same time. A glowing image of Earth's moon. And carved into the moon's surface, clear for all to see, a human soldier standing alone with every alien flag beneath his feet. No guns, no weapons, just power and silence. Below the image, one sentence appeared: "We don't want your stars. We just want our silence. Break it, and we'll finish what you start." On the planet Zyra-9, an alien elder gathered children around a fire. "Let me tell you the truth of the war," he said. "Did the humans destroy us?" a child asked. "No," the elder replied. "They didn't destroy us. They stopped us. And then they walked away." In the deep of space, Captain Myra Voss stood on the bridge of the HSS Titan. The stars outside were peaceful again, but the scars of war still hung in the air. Her crew was quiet, focused. She opened her private log. "We did not want this war, but we answered it. And now the galaxy knows our voice. Or, more importantly, our silence." Back on Mars, a memorial was built not for the dead, but for the choice humanity made to never be the first to fire, but always be the last to fall. Carved in black stone, the plaque read, "They asked for war. We gave them a warning. They didn't listen. Now, they never forget." And so, the galaxy moved on. Trade resumed, ships traveled, peace returned. But above every border station, in every council room, and deep inside every war academy, a single rule was posted on the wall: never wake the humans.